आपके मिड टर्म के पेपर की तैयारी के लिए MCQs और कुछ सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन के साथ हाजिर हैं स्टूडेंट्स। में आपके साथ 4-5 पेपर मिड टर्म के शेयर किए जाएंगे। तो चलें स्टार्ट करते हैं। फर्स्ट पेपर है, उसका फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है x⁻² - 9 इज इक्वल टू, ये इसका आंसर ये x-3x+3। Second question है usually the number that signifies the idea of x being as close to limit L as want to be must be an integer. A function f is said to be continuous on a closed interval ab if f is continuous from the right at a and f is continuous from the left at b. Function is f is continuous on both a and b. If f is continuous on ab and f angle and f bear f have opposite sign, then there is at least one solution of the equation is equal to f(x) is equal to 0 interval at b. Epsilon used in the definition of limit can be negative number. False. If a function is differentiable at a point, then it is continuous at that point. The converse is true. If the function f and g are continuous at c, then f plus g is continuous at c. Next question है, if f is continuous at closed interval a, b and c is any number between f angle and b are continuous, there is at least one number x is at the interval a, b such that f of x is equal to c. x-3 less than 1 implies 2 less than x less than 4. ये आंसर है. If for any positive number epsilon, we can find d delta such that 3x minus 5 minus 1 less than e epsilon. If x satisfies 0 less than x minus 2 less than d, then f of x is equal to 3x minus 5. A graph of an equation is the point on the xy plane that satisfies the equation. If two lines have same slope, say 1, then these lines are parallel to each other. There is one-to-one correspondence between the point on coordinate line and set of real numbers. Which of the following is y-intercept of a line represented by equation 5x is equal to minus 2x plus 16? इसका आंसर होगा, अच्छा मुझे सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा इसका, फिर बाद में बताते हैं आप. इसका भी आंसर नहीं मेंशन, इसका भी मेंशन नहीं है, इसका भी मेंशन. चलें नेक्स्ट पे आ जाते हैं. ग्राफ ऑफ द इक्वेशन x² plus y² is equal to 9 represents a circle. विच ऑफ द, अच्छा इनके आंसर नहीं है जिनके ना, वो स्किप कर देते हैं. इफ साइन 3x² divided by 6 plus c is the antiderivative of function of x, then f of x is equal to x cos 3x². Which of the following is the integral of sine 3x plus y with respect to x? 1/3 minus cos 3x plus 5. Next question, if n goes from 1 to 3, then the summation of n is equal to 6a, then the value of a is 6. If n goes from 1 to any large odd number, then the summation of minus 1 power n is equal to minus 1. 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to t equal to t plus 1 into t plus 1 divided by 2. और ये सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है 3 मार्क्स का. एफ ऑफ टी इज इक्वल टू -2 टी माइनस 1 टी माइनस 2 टी स्क्वायर. डिस्कस द कनकेविटी ऑफ द फंक्शन और एनी इंटरवल यूजिंग सेकंड डेरिवेटिव टेस्ट. अच्छा 5 मार्क्स का ये क्वेश्चन है. डिफरेंशिएट बाय द चेन रूल y इज इक्वल टू कॉस स्क्वायर इनटू एक्स क्यूब. ये पेपर, नेक्स्ट पेपर पे चलते हैं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, please choose one. 30 degree is equal to pi by 6. Let a function f be defined on an interval but x1 and x2 denotes two distinct points in the interval. If fx1 is equal to fx2 for all point x1 x2, then which of the following statement is correct? F is a constant function. Tangent x is continuous everywhere except at point plus minus k pi over 2 k की वैल्यू है 1 to 135 to ये नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है limit x tend to infinity minus 2x is equal to does not exist. Suppose that f and g are differentiable functions of x, then d over dx into f and g is equal to f dash g plus f into g dash product rule of derivation. The solution set of the inequality x plus 4 greater than 2 is minus infinity minus 6 union 2 plus infinity. A line is called a tangent line to the circle if it meets the circle at precisely one point. Let a function f be defined on an interval and let x1 x2 denote points in the interval if f of x1 less than f of x2 whenever x1 less than x2 then which of the following statements declare f is an increasing function. If f x is equal to 3x8 plus 2x plus 1 then f dash x is equal to through 24x 7 plus 2. Pi is a rational number. The set ये एक set है x belongs to a less than x less than b can be written in the form of interval a b. Suppose that f and g are differentiable function of x then d over dx f by a g is equal to f into g into f dash minus f into g dash divided by g square. The graph is x is equal to y square is symmetric about x axis. Next question limit x tend to minus 7 x square minus 49 by x plus 7 is minus 14. Answer chain rule is a rule of differentiating composition of function. Limit x tend to f of x equal to where f of x is equal to k. The k is a constant k. इसकी k आंसर है. For any number epsilon is greater than if we can find an open interval x naught x1 on the x-axis containing the point a such that L minus epsilon less than f of x plus L plus epsilon for each in the x for each x in x naught x1 expect the possible x is equal to then we say limit x tend to f x is equal to expect the possible x is equal to then we say L इसका आंसर है. ये आंसर है फिर 2x माइनस 5 इज इक्वल माइनस 3 दैन डी ओवर डी एक्स इज इक्वल टू माइनस 2 होगा आंसर. द ग्राफ ऑफ द इक्वेशन y इज इक्वल टू एक्स प्लस माइनस 4 प्लस 5 विल रिप्रेजेंट पैराबोला. द इक्वेशन ऑफ द लाइन ऑफ द फॉर्म y माइनस y1 m टू x माइनस x1 इज नोन एज पॉइंट स्लो फॉर्म. ये 3 मार्क्स का सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है. Discuss the concavity of the function f of t is equal to 2 minus t into t minus 3 plus 3 on an interval using second derivative test. फिर ये नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है 5 मार्क्स का डिफ्रेंशिएट 13x स्क्वायर माइनस 5x प्लस 8 होल अंडर रूट. ये अब ये थर्ड पेपर पे चलते हैं. इसका फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है if the definite integral f of x is equal to over 1 and x is greater than 12 then x is greater than 3. If minus 8 is subdivided into 16 equal spaced subinterval then the right hand point of 13 subinterval will be 5. Which of the following is the integral of sine 2x minus 1 by 2 cos 2x plus c? Sum of the cubes of n terms of the series whose nth term is n is equal to square of n plus 1 divided by just a guess. Oh, ये क्या? In a rectangular coordinate system, the coordinate axis divide the plane into 4 regions called quadrants. An equation of the form y is equal to x square plus b plus c is called quadratic equation. Graph of f of x is equal to x modulus is v-shaped. Y is equal to f of x plus 3 translation of the equation is that 3 is up by c unit. Graph of y is equal to x minus 5 of graph of y is equal to x and 5 unit to the right to get the graph of y translation. By the definition of epsilon and delta greater than 0 will be on the interval x naught x1. Let f of x is the function as x approach to 0 then the limit from the positive will be लिमिट x टेंड टू 0 x, ये इसका आंसर है। अच्छा नेक्स्ट, इसमें ये वाला फर्स्ट ना रेड हुआ लिमिट, सबसे पहला वाला लिमिट x टेंड टू प्लस 0 x, यहाँ कॉस्ट एक्स डिसकंटिन्यूस एट sin x is equal to 0. If a function is differentiable, then the function is also continuous on that point. Tangent 5 minus 3x, find differentiation with respect to x, आएगा minus 3 secant square 5 minus 3x. Derivative of the 7 by 4 plus x cube y plus x equal to 4 will be solved by implicit method. Constant function has a slope 0. Decreasing function has a slope negative. Consider two function f of x equal to x square and g of x equal to x under root, then f of g x is equal to x. A function is said to be continuous function if the function is continuous on the interval minus pi and plus pi. According to power rule of differentiation, if f x is equal to x t n, where n is a real number, then answer है n into x की power n minus 1. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है n minus 1 पावर इंटू x की पावर n plus 1. अच्छा ये उसका ही ऑप्शन था, ये वाला. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये है 30 डिग्री इक्वल टू पाई बाई 6. पाई इज ए इरेशनल नंबर. द इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन ऑफ द फॉर्म वाई, तो ये पॉइंट स्लोप का इक्वेशन है. द सेट ऑफ रैशनल नंबर इज अ सबसेट ऑफ इंटीजर. डिफ्रेंशिएट वाई, ये 3 मार्क्स का सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है. डिफ्रेंशिएट वाई इक्वल टू एक्स साइन 3x. फिर ये 5 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन है. डिफ्रेंशिएट बाय चेन रूल वाई इक्वल टू 13x माइनस 5y प्लस होल अंडर रूट. नेक्स्ट फोर्थ पेपर पे चलते हैं. इफ डेफिनेट इंटीग्रल ऑफ एफ एफ एक्स इक्वल टू साइन एक्स ओवर ए जीरो इज इक्वल टू 2 minus 2, then the value of a is pi. If the definite integral of x is equal to 3 over 1 and x is greater than 12, then x is greater than 3. If minus 8 is subdivided into 16 equally spaced subinterval, then the right hand point of the 13th subinterval will be 5. Which of the following is the integral of sine 2x minus 1 minus into 1 by 2 cos 2x plus 3. Sum of cubes of n terms of a series whose nth term is n is equal to square of n plus 1 divided by 2. In a rectangular coordinate system, the coordinate axis divide the plane into 4 is called quadrants. An equation of form is called quadratic. Graph of f(x) is equal to x is v-shaped. Y is equal to fx plus 3. Translation of the function is that 3 is up by c unit. Graph of y is equal to x minus y. Translation of the graph y is equal to x plus 5 unit to the right to get the graph of y. Translation is इसका आंसर. By the definition and greater than 0 be on the interval x0 x1. Cos x discontinuous at sin x is equal to 0. If a function is differentiable, then the function is also continuous on that point. Tangent 5 minus 3 is find differentiation with respect to it, minus 3 secant square 5 minus 3x. Derivative of the will be solved by implicit method. Constant function has a slope 0. Decreasing function has a slope negative. The equation of the line of the form is known as slope intercept. कुछ क्वेश्चन इसमें दोबारा रिपीट भी हो रहे हैं. The set of the rational number is a subset of integer. Sin 3x square divided by 6 plus c is the antiderivative of the function f x, and then f of x is equal to x cos 3x square. Which of the following is the integral of sin 3x plus 5 with respect to x? 1 by 3 into minus cos into 3x plus 5. If n goes from 1 to 3 and the summation of n is equal to 6, then the value of a is 6. If n goes from 1 to any large odd number, then the summation of minus 1 the power n is equal to minus 1. Question है 1 plus 2 to up to 3 equals n into n plus 1 divided by 2. If definite integral of x is equal to sin x over the a0 is equal to minus 2, then the value of a is pi. ये सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है, 3 मार्क्स का। फाइंड डी वाई और डी एक्स इफ वाई इज इक्वल टू एक्स की पावर पी ओवर पी डिवाइडेड टू क्यू। ये 5 मार्क्स का है, वही पीछे वाला रिपीट हुआ है ये क्वेश्चन। नेक्स्ट लास्ट पेपर पे चलते हैं। इन अ रेक्टेंगुलर कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टम द कोऑर्डिनेट एक्सिस divided the plane into 4 region called quadrant. An equation of the form y is equal to ax square plus bx is called quadratic equation. Graph of fx is equal to x is v shaped. कुछ क्वेश्चन दोबारा रिपीट हो रहे हैं। y is equal to fx plus the translation function is at 3 is up by c unit. Graph of y is equal to x minus y. The translation of the graph 5 unit to the right. By the definition epsilon or delta greater than 0 be the interval x naught x1. Let fx is the function x approaches to, then the limit from the positive number will be limit x tends to plus 0 x. Cotangent x discontinuous at sin x is equal to 0. If the function is differentiable, then the function is also continuous. Tangent 5 minus 3x find derivation, find differentiation with respect to x minus 3 secant square 5 minus 3x. Derivative of 7 by 4 plus x cube y plus x is equal to 4 will be solved by implicit method. Constant function has a slope 0. Decreasing function has a slope negative. Consider the two functions fx is x square and gx is equal to x under root. Then f of g is equal to x. A function is said to be continuous function if the function is continuous on the interval minus pi plus pi. According to power rule of differentiation, if fx is x to the power n, where n is a real number, then answer है n into x की power n minus 1. 30 degree is pi by 6. Pi is a irrational number. The equation of the line form ये जो y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus m is ये स्लोप इंटरसेप्ट फॉर्म का फार्मूला, स्लोप पॉइंट स्लोप फॉर्म का ये फार्मूला है। द सेट ऑफ द रैशनल नंबर इज द सबसेट ऑफ इंटीजर। ये ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है। फाइंड ऑल क्रिटिकल पॉइंट्स ऑफ द फंक्शन एफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू माइनस एक्स क्यूब प्लस 2x स्क्वायर। नेक्स्ट 2 मार्क्स का सब्जेक्ट है। शो दैट द फंक्शन एफ एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 3x प्लस 1 इज ए कंटिन्यूस फंक्शन फॉर ऑल रियल नंबर्स। 3 मार्क्स का सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है। इफ एफ डैश टी find f of dash t if f of t is equal to t square minus 90 plus t over sin t. 3 marks का subjective है। using the definition or limit, find the following limit. Limit x tends to 4x square minus 16 divided by x minus 4 is equal to 8. 5 marks का ये है differentiate with respect to x by the chain rule if y is equal to x और tangent x under root. ये फिर 5 मार्क्स का है। फाइंड द इंस्टेंटेनियस रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स इक्वल टू एक्स प्लस 3 अंडर रूट एट एन आर्बिट्रेरी पॉइंट ऑफ डोमेन ऑफ एफ। तो ये था स्टूडेंट आप मिड टर्म की तैयारी के लिए एमसीक्यूज और कुछ सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन। उम्मीद है इससे आप तैयारी करें, आपका पेपर इंशाल्लाह अच्छा होगा। तो वीडियो को लाइक करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। शुक्रिया।